Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to schedule a report refresh in Power BI service. Okay. Let's say I have created one report, and whenever you publish this report on the service, okay, I'm going to publish the report. So here you just have to select the workspace where your this report should be published and just say replace. Okay, if the data set is already published on the service, so it will ask to replace. Okay, so what I did, I published report. Now if you go to the Power BI service and then go to the specified workspace where you have published the report, then there is something called a data set. Okay, you just have to go to the setting of the data set, and if I say setting, in the dataset setting, first you need to make sure your gateway is running. So if the gateway is not running, and in case if you are using few files coming from the local computer, okay, sometimes that we say as a on-premises data sources. Okay, so if that kind of data you are using in your report, so then what you need to do is you need to make sure whether your gateway is running or not. Okay, then go to the data sources. Here you need to edit the credentials, whatever the data sets is there. Okay, here I'm using only Excel file that is coming from my system, so I don't need to do much. But let's say if you are using 3-4 types of databases, data sets, or what I can say, the data sources. Okay, so if I say data source like database database, then SharePoint, okay, or any other cloud technology you might using, and then you might using something else that required the username and password. So that kind of let's say ODBC if you are using. So there are many kinds of data sources, and if you are using those many, so first what you need to do, you need to go to the edit credentials. Here you need to use the respective credentials. You need to specify the credentials, whatever will be the username, password for the databases, SharePoint, how to access the SharePoint and all. So that kind of things here you need to do. Then here what you can do, you can specify whether the privacy level for this data source is private, organizational, or public. Okay, or you can say none. So none, I think it will become public. Not sure about what is the difference between none and public. Okay, whatever. Then you just have to say sign in. Once you define the credentials for the data set, and once you sign in, it will get set up in service. Then if is there any parameters you might have set up while creating the report, so you need to check for that, and then you can come to the refresh. Here you have a schedule option. So if you want to schedule this report for the specific time, meaning this report maybe you need to refresh on the daily basis, so you can automate that. You can define that on the refresh schedule on Power BI service, and you need not to worry, but you need to make sure that your gateway is on. Okay. Then if I say define, okay, so if I go and here if I toggle this button to on, here you need to specify a refresh frequency. Okay, there are two types of frequency, one is weekly, one is daily. If it is daily, you only need to specify the time, but if it is weekly, you can specify the day and time. So let's unselect all this, and let's say you may wants to refresh this report on every Monday. Then this is what the time zone. Okay, but at what time you are supposed to specify? At this specific time. Okay, I will say 1 p.m. Okay, at this time I have to trigger this report automatically for the refresh. So before this, you may log in around 12 and all. So your computer must be on so that refresh should not get fail. It depends completely on your data set, what data sets you are using. Okay. Then send refresh failure notification. So to whom this notification should go, you can define here. And if you want to, meaning for the dataset owner, meaning the person who has published this datasets, that will be the owner. So to that person, you can enable. By default, that is enabled. But if you want to add a few more peoples from your organization, so you will be able to add. Okay, and here you just have to say apply. Okay, the refresh schedule updated. So now every Monday, I don't need to do anything. If I open the computer and or what and all security checks will be there, you need to get connected, and obviously this will get refreshed automatically. You need not to worry. You need not to open the report and refresh and anything. You don't need to do. Even the publish and everything will be, obviously, since this is on the service, so everything will be automated. It will happen automatically, right? So this reduce your human efforts, and obviously this is how we can schedule the Power BI report refresh. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Please do not forget to subscribe web channel.